Hello everyone, my name is Loko and welcome to Overwatch. The goal for this series is to introduce the different heroes of Overwatch so you can get an advantage when you are able to play the game, which is likely going to be later this year. I will try to keep these videos short and concise, but with all the necessary information to introduce the different characters of the game. Today we're going to be having a look at one of the stealthiest characters, known as the Reaper.
Death walks among you.
Reaper moves around the map relatively quietly. His abilities allow him to sneak up on opponents, at which point he can activate his Hellfire Shotguns to take them out quickly. The Reaper is going to be one of the most offensive characters in the game for sure, and can roll out a ton of damage if played correctly. The average amount of health of characters in Overwatch is 250 hit points. Reaper can kill most of the targets in the game with just 3 hits of his shotgun. At close range, he's going to be absolutely incredible. So first off, the basic attack, the left mouse button of Reaper is going to be his Hellfire Shotguns. He shoots the shotguns, they're very powerful at short range like we've already covered, and they alternate in shots. And a funny little thing to note is that he doesn't actually reload. He just sort of throws the shotguns on the ground and then, pulls another one out of his pocket. Reaper's second ability is known by the name of Wraith Form. This is his shift ability. This one allows Reaper to move over terrain with ease and closes the distance between enemies. Reaper is going to be invulnerable in Wraith Form, but he can also not attack. The enemy, however, can see exactly where Reaper is located while he is in this mode, so you can sort of prepare exactly where he's gonna come out of the mode. While all gameplay footage show Reaper using this ability offensively, I can imagine that if you're new to the game, you want to try and use your shift ability to get out of trouble rather than into it. Simply save the cooldown, activate your shift ability and get back behind the tank once you get into trouble.
I am the angel of death.
Instead, you can try and use Shadow Step, which is his E ability to get into the battle, or at the very least to maneuver around the map. This is an ability that allows Reaper to basically teleport around the map as long as he can see where he wants to go. The only problem is that the cast time of this ability is relatively long and it's nowhere near as fast as, for example, Tracer's ability. You will not be able to blink in and out of combat with this, but you can climb to high and far away ledges and obviously sneak up on enemies that way. Keep in mind, Reaper is going to be vulnerable while this ability is being cast, so you gotta be very careful. And obviously you gotta be very deliberate and calculated with your clicks as well, because you won't be able to just dash in and out. I can see this ability being used to secure early game positions easily, and to make sure that characters that are trying to take out your teammates from a distance are taken care of. All these abilities lead to the ultimate ability of Reaper, and that is going to be Death Blossom. This is by far Reaper's strongest ability that deals massive amounts of area of effect damage. You will be able to hit pretty much everyone all around you, and most importantly, whenever you kill someone, the kill is going to restore health. Reaper is going to be able to take damage though while this ability is being used, so you got to be very careful. The range on the ability is relatively short as well because hey, it is shotguns, and the cooldown is going to be, well, it's an heroic ability, so it's gonna take a little while. It's going to be great for clearing out rooms and alleyways and whatnot, but I can imagine that if it is going to be on open terrain, you got to be very careful because of the range and because of the vulnerability. The decision to jump in though is going to be very difficult because Reaper does take damage while Death Blossom is active. You got to make sure that your enemies are at low enough health to actually take them out and make use of the healing that you get when you kill them. When playing Reaper, decision making is going to be absolutely key. A good Reaper can easily carry the game for his team because you will be able to take out enemies with ease. You do a ridiculous amount of damage. That also means, however, that Reaper is going to be very dependent on the team. Without a proper support or a healer or a shielder or a tank, it's going to be very hard to play him correctly. I can imagine though that once the game launches, there's gonna be a lot of people interested in trying out the Reaper, so be careful I suppose when you have one on your team. In short, Reaper is going to be most effective at close combat, and you have different abilities to get into close combat. However, since you have an average amount of health, and since obviously you're going to be in the middle of battle, decision making is going to be key. As far as the lore goes, Reaper is a mercenary. He's a ruthless and remorseless killer responsible for taking out people all around the world. He does not seem to be loyal or bound to any specific organization, and one of the theories is that Reaper is a byproduct of a failed genetic alteration which forces him to simultaneously decay and regenerate over time. At least that is a theory, which makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever, but hey, it sounds really cool. In the trailer, however, we do see Reaper team up with Widowmaker, but they get taken out by Tracer and Winston, 2 former Overwatch agents. All in all, he's a very mysterious character, as much as simply not known about him. What we do know is that where the Reaper goes, death follows. And apparently he's trying to hunt down former Overwatch agents, and he's trying to eliminate pretty much all of them, you know, if he gets the chance to. I hope this video answered any kind of questions that you had about the Overwatch Reaper. If you have anything whatsoever though, make sure you let me know down below the like button in the comment section of this video. I will keep an eye out on it and try and answer everything and anything. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!